What's up, everybody? It is your boy Mug the Dude here, and we are back with some Hero Colosseum. Now, today, we're doing something a little different. I've done this for almost every single update except the OG one, and I think I didn't do it for the second one, but the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one, I did it for, so we're going to be hopping in with this one now. Guys, we are doing the top 10 attack figures in the game. Now, this is merely my opinion, for one. I'm going to lay down the stipulations, so you guys, because someone not down in the comment section might disagree with me on the top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, maybe even like this whole list, you might just disagree with it. This is my opinion. I've used these figures a decent amount, so I know, like, which one is better than the other one in certain situations. Now I'm going off of the teams you're going to be running it with, the posing skills, the stats are obviously a thing, and how hard they hit is obviously a little bit of a factor. Obviously, these figures hit really hard, guys. All of these figures hit really, really hard. So if I left off a figure on your list, I'm sorry. And also, before I've done this list in the past, I went off of when you sort it and it's the top 10 figures on the list. This is everybody. I'm not going off of when you sort it from attack descending and the top 10 figures that are on the top of your screen are on this list. This is everybody. So these guys might not have the highest attack stats. The top 1 does not have the highest attack stat. The top 2 doesn't have the highest attack stat. 3 doesn't have it. 4 doesn't have it. And 5 doesn't have it. I don't think 5 has it. All these figures are going off of their posing skills, how good they are, their overall stats, their trigger squares are obviously a big thing. So, guys, let's hop right into it. And as you guys are staring at me, and as I'm looking at you guys, number 10 is Champa. Now, Champa, he was like 4 or 5 on this list a while ago. Now, a lot of these figures came out, and they just came out busted. Like, it blows my mind that some of these figures could outrank Champa. When I love Champa, he's one of the best figures in the game, clearly is. Top 10 figures list. And he just hits insanely hard. So I'm going to go over it. I'm sorry. God of Destruction Champa, max level 99, HP is 3900, attack is 7390, defense is 2040, speed is 2370, and his ultimate attack is God of Destruction's Menace. His posing skill is God of Destruction's Anger. Place on a trigger square for plus 30% damage taken by all opponents on the field. Stacks during that turn only. Top middle is his trigger square. Now, his posing skill is very good. He can mitigate a Whis. So if somebody has a Whis and you have a Champa, well, not everybody is taking the amount of damage they should when it comes down to attack, minus the defense, all that good stuff. He mitigates a Whis. Whis does nothing when he's on the field. He doesn't do anything when Whis is on the field. So they kind of cancel each other out. But your job is to cancel out the Whis because Whis is going to be lowering the amount of damage they take by 30%. He's going to be raising it. So he mitigates a Whis, which is very good. He goes top middle. Only that, I'm glad he only has top middle, because if you could run him in the back, well, he'd be really, really, really busted if he had a bottom middle. If he had like a bottom middle trigger square, that actually would be pretty cool if he had a bottom middle trigger square. Because I don't think it would have impacted that much, except if you could run a Piccolo with him. Now that's the only reason I would say he's busted, guys. But overall, he has a low HP, but a lot of these figures do have low HP. I don't think, now that I think about it, a lot of these people either have low HP or really low defense, and that's it. Some of them have like an overall of both, but his attack is very high. His defense is actually super good. Like 2,000 defense for Champa is amazing, and I have no dupes into his speed. I have him 10 out of 10, 7 into his attack, like 3 into his HP. I don't know why I put 3 into his HP. I should have put it into his attack, and he'd have a lot more attack, but overall, he's number 10 because he's not better than the other units. It doesn't mean he's bad. It just means he's in the top 10. It just means that he got outshined. Now, number 9, Goku. You're going to disagree with me on this. He dropped on my list drastically. I don't know where he even was on my top 10 figures list, but he's a monster, guys. Like, plain and simple, he's a monster. But there's reasons he's only 9. So, number 203, Goku, Super Saiyan God, level max 99, HP is 6220, attack is 7710, defense is 1050, and speed is 2180. Ultimate attack is Super Kamehameha, and his posing skill, True Power of a God. Place on a trigger square for plus 700 to attack, 160 to all 160 attack to all allies, minus 5% to your damage dealt, and minus 5% plus 5% to your damage dealt. Mug's English. Repeatable trigger square, top middle, and bottom left. Now, gain 700 attack, and it stays with him for the duration of the fight, for the duration of the match. That's gross. He gives everybody 160 attack. That's gross. And then plus 5% to your damage dealt. That's gross. Now, you can run him on an offensive team or a defensive team. By the way, Champa, you more than likely will run him on an offensive team because the amount of speed he has. And 2, if he goes top middle, you're not going to survive an attack from a really, really hard-hitting figure, regardless that he has 2,000 defense. I just wanted to point that out. I'm also pointing out the teams you can run them on. So, left. He gains 5%, which is gross. So, 1 turn In the first turn, he's going to have a plus 5% damage buff. And say you want to run ADM up SEC and plus ADM up B on him. That is ADM up SEC plus ADM up B. That's 30%. Plus that's 5%. He's going to have a 35% damage buff in the first turn. That is disgusting. Like, right off the bat. Like, he's gross. He hits insanely hard, and he supports the team in attack. But his defense is a little low. His HP is decent. His attack is obviously amazing, and his speed is a little low. Like Champa, he has a little bit more speed than him, but the reason he's above Champa is because he supports the team in attack. Overall, he's an amazing figure. It's just, he's just not better than the other figures. It's simple as that. Like, number 8, Vegeta. You're probably thinking, Muggs, what are you doing? He has more speed than him. Well, the things he does for the team, like the way he supports the team, is better than Goku. That's the only reason he's 8, is because he supports the team better than Goku. So, number 326, Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4, level max 99, HP is 6260, attack is 7360, defense is 870, and speed is 2150. Ultimate attack is Final Shine attack. Why? When he's doing Final Flash? That doesn't make sense. And then posing skill, Princely Pride, place on trigger score for plus 700 to your own defense, plus 20% to your own damage dealt, plus 10% to your damage dealt by all opponents on the field. Stacks during that turn only. Top left, top right are trigger scores. Now, attack is amazing. Speed is decent. HP is just as good as the Goku's. And then his defense is a little lower than the Goku's. But he gained 700 defense naturally. So he's going to have higher defense than Goku. Right off the bat. He's going to have 1500 defense, which is still pretty good. But the fact that he gives himself a plus 20% damage dealt, and Goku needs to be on the field 4 turns in order to get that 20% and stay with him, he gets it right off the bat. And he also gives everybody else 10% to their damage dealt. That is gross. Everybody, so say you have ADM up A skills on everybody. Everybody's getting 15% right off the bat. Everybody will now be hitting for a 25% more damage, and he will be hitting for 35%, just like Goku, with ADM up A, with ADM up B, and ADM up SEC. He's already out damaging Goku, like, not even close. Like, he will out damage Goku first turn, I think. So, he supports the team better. The defensive buff is actually very helpful, because offensive teams, if you don't kill him, you might kill the person you're attacking, but if you don't kill him, he's going to be able to tank a little bit better than the Goku, and he supports the team with that plus 10%, and the plus 20% damage out is just gross. So, number 7. Jiren. This list was insanely hard to make. I just wanted to say this. This is the hardest list. All of these other, I'm going to be doing the defense, the HP, and the speed very soon, but this list in particular, and the speed one, these two are the hardest lists. Like, I'm predicting the speed might be a little harder, but this is so hard, but number 320, Jiren, level max 99, HP is 3870, attack is 9940, defense is 1230, speed is 1460, ultimate attack is Power Rush, and posing skill, Power Beyond a God of Destruction. Place on a trigger square for plus 500 to your own attack, 350 to your own defense, plus 15% to ultimate attack damage. It's not gauge, it's damage. Repeatable, and also if alone on the field, 1.1 times on attack, defense, and speed. Attack and defense, and plus 2,000 defense to your master. Stacks on that turn only. Top left, top middle, bottom left, top middle is the trigger scores. Now, ignore the skills. This is when I was doing the Ultimate Attack Challenge. Like I had on my channel, everybody got the giveaway and stuff like that. But people got the giveaway, and this is the figure I was trying to use it with. But the only reason he is 7 and lower than, like, spoilers, Ultra Instinct Goku's on this list. The only reason he's lower than him is because his speed's a little low. His HP is still just as low, is higher than the Goku's, but his HP is still low. The fact that he's lower on this list is just because he's not, like, I'm going to say this a lot, but he's just not better. Like, if the only team you can run him on is a defensive team because it's such low speed. So if you're going to run him on a defensive team, bottom left you could put the Jiren, Whis top left, and Piccolo. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of. Or top left, Rose, or top left, SSJ3 Bardock. That's it. Like, you really can't, I can't think of any other teams you can run him on. You can run him outside of his trigger square, which is really helpful. And, like, he has, his gimmick is, because more than likely, I'm not going to put him alone on the field, just because that'd be stupid for me to do that. I'm not going to do that. Also, I tried to do it for the Ultimate Attack Challenge, but that's stupid to do that. Also, the plus 15% to ultimate attack damage is very helpful, but like there's a figure in the game that can mitigate that. Like that kind of is pointless as well. Plus, you have to get an ult with him, and you're probably not going to go first with it. So all they have to do is really double down on killing him if he's in his trigger square, top middle, and kill him. You just have to run a two lane setup, put 2 people top middle, bottom middle, and he is dead. Because you're not going first with him unless you have Speed Cell and Speed Future Gohan. That's it. And also the plus 500 attack is decent, and the plus 350 defense is decent, but if you're running in bottom left, it's kind of pointless, guys. But that's the only reason he is 7. That literally is merely it, is he's not better than them, and the buffs he's getting is okay, but he's getting a plus 20% damage buff. He's getting plus 700 attack. He's not getting any buffing, but he's just making the other opponents take more damage. So the plus 500 attack is a little low. The plus 350 defense is decent, and the ultimate attack damage is good, but it's better for the Speed Jiren. The Speed Jiren's not on this, but the Speed Jiren's going to be on the best speed figures list. But only reason he's 7, guys. Now, number 6, you're going to you might agree with me on this. He was an insanely hard figure to put on this team. Like, an insanely hard figure to put on this list. Because I didn't know where to put him, because there's figures that are better than him, and you can debate that he's better than them depending on his posing skill. But I'm going to explain, and it's going to like hurt my head to try, because it hurt my head for like 5 minutes trying to figure this out. I stared at this figure going, where do you go? You have to go somewhere. Where do you go on the list? I don't know where you go on the list. But number 368, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, level max 99, HP is 6290. Attack is 7560, defense is 550, speed is 2890, ultimate attack is God Punisher, and posing skill is Godly Fusion. Place on a trigger score for plus 20% to your own damage dealt, and to ignore decreases to damage opponent, damage opponent takes when you go first, that turn only. Mugs, you need to really learn how to read, brother. And minus 20% to own damage taken, and to ignore changes to opponent's damage dealt when you go second, that turn only. Top left, top right are trigger scores. Now, his HP is decent. His attack is amazing, obviously, because he's on the top 10 attack list. His defense is decent. His defense is bad. And then his speed is okay. His speed is pretty good. For an attack figure, it's pretty good. There's only one other figure. How many other figures have higher speed than you on this list? Like, going up. I think only one person has a higher one, but the number 1 has lower than him. But the only reason he has lower than him, the only reason he's better than him is because it's just the clear-cut version. He's better. But plus 20% to own damage dealt. Naturally. That is gross. That's if you go first. So you need to go first with him, which is a little bit of a difficult part. Because if you don't go first with him and someone runs a Videl and you don't have a Videl, well, you're not going to go first with him. He's going to get that minus 20% damage taken. And that's still not that good because he only has 550 defense. So you could have a Vegito in front of him. Vegito's going to plow through it because he only has 550 defense. But the fact that if you go first, you're getting a 20% damage buff, and you're ignoring the decrease that the opponent takes for damage. So if you have a Whis, he's ignoring the Whis. So if he hits a Whis, and the Whis is taking 30% less damage, Whis isn't taking 30% less damage. He's taking the amount of damage that he wants to. So him with a Champa is actually very ideal, because if he does do that, Champa's going to be making them hit 30. Champa's going to be making that Whis, or whoever he hits, 30% harder, because he's going to be ignoring it just because it's him. But overall, he's just really good. He hits really hard. His speed is decent. It's just his posing skill is situational, which I kind of don't like. And for some reason, he's just very underwhelming for me. Like, he doesn't, like, the trigger scores are fine with me. Like, I love the trigger scores. Him with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is amazing. It's just, he's very underwhelming. His posing skill, that second part, minus 20% damage taken, is actually kind of, like, pointless because he's gonna die if you get hit. Like, he just doesn't have that much defense, guys. But I'm going to hop into the top 5, and you might disagree with me, and you might agree with me, because the top 5 are just absolutely disgusting. Alright, guys, number 5 is the Broly. Now, this is the attack Broly, because I don't have the speed Broly on. But number 369 Broly, full power Super Saiyan, level max, I don't know why they just didn't put DBS, but level max 99, HP is 5040, attack is 10,870, defense is 280, speed is 950, posing skill, Unknown Saiyan. By the way, his ultimate attack is Gigantic Roar. Unknown Saiyan is his posing skill. Place on a trigger score for plus 500 to own attack when attacking, plus 500 to defense when attacked. Place after turn 3 to attack opponents in the front row. If no opponents are in the front row, attack opponents master. Top, middle, bottom left are trigger scores. Now, HP is not that good. Attack is so good that he has to be up here. Defense is really low and is not good. And his speed is not good. Probably wondering, Muggs, why do you have him so high then if you just said all of those things aren't good? His attack is 10,000. You can't ignore that. 2, he gains 500 attack when attacking. So, say you have him in a trigger square and you have him below a Chomp, you have him below a Bardock, as a J3 Bardock, or a Whis. He's going to be gaining 500 attack every time he attacks. But the reason I have him so high is after turn 3, he has a chance to attack whoever is in the top row. So say someone's running a Rose setup with a Vados and a Whis. All three of them are getting attacked. And the man has 10,000 attack. Also, you can run him outside of his trigger square, so you don't need to run him in his trigger square. So you can actually run him bottom middle behind a Piccolo. O2 skills on the Piccolo, ADM up skills on him. You're going to be destroying whoever is in front of you. You can put him behind a Vados just to support the Vados a little bit, but there is a little bit of a better option with that. He just has such high attack, and you can run him. You don't have to run him in his trigger square. This is one of the figures where you don't have to run him inside of his trigger square to make him impact the team. But once third turn hits, put him in his trigger square, block for him, and the man is going to be destroying people left and right, guys. Now, there's obviously one figure that counters like all of these figures. It's the Toa. We're ignoring Toa right now because Toa is a different discussion. She is annoying, and we all know how good she is. Overall, he hits hard. After turn 3, the man is busted, and he just has 10,000 attack. Like, that's all I have to say. Now, number 4, there's a reason he's on this. The King Ultra Instinct Goku himself. Now, number 315, Goku Ultra Instinct, level max 99, HP is 2540, attack is 9870, defense is 850, and his speed is 2490. Ultimate attack is Godly Display, still one of the dopest ultimate attacks in the game. And posing skill, Subconscious Strength, place on a trigger score for 1.1 times own attack repeatable. Also, increase own speed by 99,999 and minus 80% to ultimate attack damage for all opponents on the field after turn order has been decided. Stacks are not turn only. Top right is his trigger score. Now, like the Broly, he is a figure you don't have to run in his trigger square to impact the team because of such high attack stat, and it's not like his attack stat relies on the attack gain that he's getting from his posing skill. Yes, if you put him in his trigger square top right, he will be gaining 980 attack. That is busted. Like, that's one of the highest attack gains that stays with you in the game besides Rose because he gets attacked and gains it. Next turn, if you would put him in a trigger square, he's going to be gaining 1,000 attack. That stays with him. But you can run him outside, put him above Videl, top middle, and then Videl bottom middle, and he's still impacting the team because nobody's surviving it if he has 9,000 attack. Like, it's disgusting. You can put him anywhere. I've seen people put him bottom middle behind a Piccolo, bottom right behind a Vados. He's one of those figures where he doesn't have to be in his trigger square to impact the game. Like, and if you do put him in his trigger square and somebody has an ult, minus 80% ultimate attack damage for all opponents. I've been hit for 2k by some of the hardest hitting figures getting an ult, and it didn't matter just because he was on the field. So he mitigates a lot of ultimate attack damage. He hits insanely hard, and if you get him in his trigger square, he's going to be gaining an insane amount of attack, and if you put him in his trigger square, he's always going to be going first because of the 99,999 attack. So you put him above Vegito, he's going to kill whoever that Vegito was going to kill, because Vegito was going to go first without that speed buff, and then Vegito can do a lot of damage, or whoever you want can do a lot of damage. So, the man is busted. Like, a lot of these figures are busted, guys. So, number 3. Blue Vegeta, and he's so good, and he's such a dominant figure on defensive teams, and I've actually learned to run him on an offensive team. You just need a little bit more speed than you usually would need with a defensive team. But number 283, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, level max 99, HP is 3980, attack is 8930, defense is 1050, and speed is 1850. Posing skill, Transcendent Heights. Ultimate attack is Super Gallic Gun. Posing skill, Transcendent Heights. Place on a trigger score for plus 30% to your own damage dealt. Minus 10% to damage taken. Also, ignore opponent's damage reduction effects when attacking. Stacks during that turn only. Top left, bottom right are trigger scores. Now, let's go over the first part. Plus 30% to own damage dealt. He is getting a natural 30% with 8,930 attack. Well, technically 8,920 attack, but I have a dupe into him. No, it would be 8,830 attack. My bad. Yeah. That is disgusting. The fact that he gets a natural 30% damage buff. And 2, the fact that if you run ADM up B on him, and plus 20% ADM up SEC on him, he's getting a 60% damage buff if you go second. And nobody can stop him. I've hit for 15k with him. Because he hits so hard. Nobody can survive his attack. Like, it's almost impossible unless you have a Toa on the field. Even with a Vados on the field, Vados is lowering your attack. So say he gets his plus 1,000 attack. And then the Vados lowered his attack by 3,000. Basically, the Vados lowers attack by 30%. So let's just say he has 9,000 attack, you lose 3,000 attack. He still has 6,000 attack. He gains this, which is plus 1,000. He's still getting 60%. You're still not surviving him. It's almost impossible. The only thing that you can do is Toa and switch him. That is it. As soon as I see a blue Vegeta, I think I need to kill him or I'm going to get destroyed no matter what. Like, it's that much of a danger, stranger danger type of situation, guys. Now, top left, I don't really use him unless I have a speed figure like Goku bottom left, or if Future Gohan is actually a pretty good option for him. I need to explore that. And then, minus 10% the damage taken is, he has such low HP, you hit him once, he's dead. Unless you have, like, Vados and you put a Toa on the field and he takes an attack from a Toa figure, and the Toa just does, the Toa figure, the person who got switched by a Toa, doesn't do a lot of damage. Only reason he's surviving. Other than that, he's a useless figure when it comes to defense. Offense, he's too good not to put in the top 5. Like, just too good. The fact that he gets 60% when you go second is just busted, guys. But number 2 and 1, you can argue they can be switched, but number 2. Probably thinking, Muggs, you have him 2 now. He got bumped off. Who could possibly be 1? You know who's 1, guys. We already know who's 1. I'm just not going to say it because I want you guys to guess. Comment down below who you think 1 is. You're probably going to guess it. But number 270, Vegito. Level max 99. HP is 3990. Attack is 7410. Defense is 970. And his speed is 4140. Ultimate attack is Spirit Sword. The posing skill is the strongest fused warrior. Place on a trigger square for... Strongest fused warrior. Place on a trigger square for plus 350 to your attack, defense, and speed. Plus 10% to damage taken by all opponents if you go first. Minus 10% to damage to damage dealt by all opponents if you go second. Top left, bottom right is trigger squares. Now, the buffing of all the stats, attack, defense, and speed, is amazing. I still think it's one of the best posing skills in the game because he literally is going to be gaining defense, speed, and attack, which means it doesn't matter what his stats are. He's going to be gaining them like crazy. 2, if you go first, everybody's going to be taking 10% more damage. So if you put him with a Champa, if you put 2 of him with a Champa, the team's going to be taking 50% more damage, and there's no way you're surviving a Vegito. Unless you go first, there's no way you're going to be surviving a double Champa Vegito setup if you go second and they go first. 2, minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents is still very good. I actually prefer that over the minus 10% damage taken. I like that he decreases the amount of damage they're doing because that's a little bit more impactful, I think. But his attack is so high and his speed is so high. Like, when you run an attack team with a speed, like an attack/speed team, you really want to put him on the team because he has such high speed and such high attack. Like, it's kind of hard not to. There's a reason every time I do team build videos, I try not to put him on the team because he impacts it so much and he overshines the figure I'm trying to showcase. Only reason. And now number 1, you're probably thinking, Muggs, we already know who it is. Every time I just said he outshines the figures that I have on the team.
Wow.
He outshines them more than anybody on the team. He generally is gross. Now, number 337, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, level max 99, HP is 6,650, attack is 7,690, defense is 690, speed is 2,640, ultimate attack is times 10, times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, and posing skill is Crimson Fusion. Place on a trigger square for plus 350 to your own attack, defense, and speed, plus 15% to damage taken by attacked opponents, and plus 15% to own damage dealt when attacked repeatable. Bottom left, top middle is his trigger squares. Now, he has the same thing as the Vegito where he gains all stats by 350. So, right there, that makes him and Vegito equal. When he attacks somebody, they take 15% more damage. This is Gogeta. This is Vegito. Bumps him up a little bit. Plus 15% to own damage dealt when attacked. You get him attacked once and you get lucky with one double. Like, you get lucky with them not getting a double. It puts him up here. Like, easy. Because he will now be doing 15% more damage on top of the fact that if you go, when you go first, doesn't matter if you go first with this, plus 5%, and everybody has it, he's going to be getting 30% more damage. You get him attacked twice, he naturally will be having a 30% like the Vegeta. He is beyond busted. Him plus a... where is he? He's not on this top. He's not on this. So him plus him is absolutely disgusting because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will go first, make them take 15% more damage, and then him going second will make them taking 15% more damage, and he's already ignoring the decrease to damage opponents. That makes them a absolute busted combo. But the fact that when he attacks you, that 15% damage that you take sticks with you for the entire fight. And it doesn't matter what you do. Like, even if you have a Whis, you'll only be taking 15% less damage. He attacks you again, you will no longer be taking that 30% less damage. Even he mitigates the Trunks. He mitigates 2 figures now, a Whis and a Trunks. And if you attack him, he gains 15%. The man has the whole package. He has 7,000 attack, which is gross. He has a decent amount of speed, but the fact that he gains speed from his posing skill makes him a little better than the Blue Gogeta. Actually, a lot better than the Blue Gogeta and a lot better than the Vegito. In my opinion, he is the best. Let me know down in the comment section below or the Discord. The Discord is down in the description below as well. Let me know down in the comment section of what I meant to say. Who you think number 1 is, who you think the top 10 would be. This is just merely my opinion, and I've used him, and I am scared to put him on team build videos because he will literally overshine every single figure I want to put. Am I out of coffee? Rest in peace. But yeah, overall, the man is busted, and he's won, guys. I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Actually, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Like, comment, subscribe, share the content, all that good stuff. I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces, everybody. I will be doing it top HP, speed, and defense very soon, so catch them when I drop them.